The veal top round, it actually comes from the top inside of the leg. It's positioned like this. The other top round would be like here. And when you have chafe, chafe happens on this muscle, right? So when you apply cornstarch to your legs, that's where you're applying it. First thing we're going to do is we're going to trim the excess fat off. Pause. So the next thing that we're going to do after we remove the fat is we're going to come in and remove the cat. And the cat, you can see, is this muscle right here. And you can identify it by the muscles of the cat go this way, and the muscles, the grain of the muscle of the top round goes this way. So we're just going to remove that cat, come in at any edge, and just start cutting. So once you get an edge open, you're just going to follow that edge and take that off. Right. So we're going to cut that off, just like that. And the thin part, this piece is better for grinding or stew. This piece, we can get scallopini out of it, but I prefer taking it, because it's got some connective tissue in there, I prefer cutting it to stew. I like my stew pieces to be roughly a 1 by 1 inch cube. So I'll just cut it into a strip, and then I'll just cut it into stew pieces. So I'll do that with the whole cat piece. Right? What I'm going to do on this piece is I'm going to use this for making scallopini. So I'm going to flip it over, and you can see that there's a natural separation right here. Now you can follow that natural separation, or you can cut it into strips. We're going to cut it into 3 equal strips. Right, you can pause it. Looks vulgar. Alright. So now that we have it cut to torpedo shapes, now we're going to cut it into pieces for scallopini. When you cut it, you're going to employ the feed the horse method. What that means is keep your hand flat, like you're feeding a horse, on the meat. Cut a long, thin slice on the bias, and we're just going to do a stack of that. We're going to do that with all. I'm going to take a towel and wipe the table down. Give it put a little water on the table so that my plastic wrap sticks better. Then I'm going to take plastic wrap. I'm going to pull that over the table. Just hold on to that box. Pull it over the table. Okay. Then, theoretically, if the table is moist, plastic wrap will stick a little bit better. Now, I want the fold to be towards me, because when I go to beat the meat, if it's opened at me, I'm going to have this line of blood all along my belly, which is never impressive. So, you're going to take the meat and lay it out on the plastic wrap. And we get to use my favorite tool, the meat cleaver. So we're going to take the cleaver, and you can use a big cleaver or a little cleaver. It's heavy, and it's easy for beating meat. So just pound it so it's thin. Nice and thin. And to package it, what we're going to do is we're going to take some deli paper. We're going to lay it on the deli paper. Little deli paper in between.